What up, fam? Hit that like, hit that subscribe. This is Agree to Disagree, talking everything Philly sports tonight. Let's go.
Uncle Sweeps, Nick Delgado, the legendary Brian Wilson, and the fucking man himself, Tom Arnone. These three guys from Jersey bringing you real talk with no agenda. You don't like them? Tough shit. It's their show, and they're going to say whatever the hell they goddamn want.
Oh, welcome in, everybody. This is Agree to Disagree, only on HUD Radio every Sunday. Brought to you by our doc, make them yours. Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy, location in Burlington, Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Find them on the web, specializedphysicaltherapy.com. As always, Nick Delgado, Brian Wilson, Greg Mwakovic. I'm Tom Arnone. Everybody out there, welcome in. A lot to go over in a tough week here in Philly sports. And a tough two, if you want to talk about the Flyers, loser 6 in a row.
Jeez. Sixers
lost 3 out of 4 since the Eagles exit. So 3 out of 4 losses since the Eagles exit for that 9-8ers. Flyers have lost 6 in a row. So Phillies lose out on Bo Bichette, which we'll go over here too. We'll do Crumb of the Week at the end of the show. Talked about the Sixers struggles. We'll go over that. But main topic at hand, we'll stay with the Eagles since we're still in the NFL playoffs, and the Eagles are searching for an offensive coordinator. So it ties into our poll question. Come on in. Hiring Mike McDaniel is too risky for a team in a Super Bowl or bust window. Do you agree or disagree? Let us know. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. That's where we're live. Everywhere you get your podcasts, we're there as well. Hit the like, subscribe, follow. Most importantly, join the conversation. I disagree. I think the only thing that's too risky is hiring an unknown. Somebody that didn't get their job based off of them being a really good coordinator. I think that's what's risky when you're in this window. And you know what your coach
Kevin
is.
Patullo.
And you know what your coach isn't. So you know your coach he's a really good CEO coach, right? Which we heard stories about coming into it, but again, he's not the only guy in the NFL that runs his football team like that too. So, knowing that, he needs 2 strong ones. And they're really good at their job. I'm higher on Daboll, but in terms of being too risky, I don't think he's too risky. He's a smart offensive mind. Didn't work out in Miami overall for them, and their offense went down from the first year until he left.
You don't say.
Lose a job, but that being said, he's still a really smart offensive mind. Doesn't mean that has to. Same with Brian Daboll, really smart offensive mind. But listen, just didn't work out for either one in terms of being a head coach. Probably worked out for McDaniel a little bit more than Daboll, and that's not saying a lot. Just won more games in him. So that's where I stand on those two. So I think the only thing risky, I'll say it again, is you're hiring an unknown. That's the only risk because you don't know. It doesn't mean it's going to turn out to be something that fails, but that's the hard part if you're going through the college ranks. And it depends on how the search is pretty wide open in terms of what they're bringing in. Mike Kafka came in today, so they're lifting up every rock, rightfully so, and that's what you do when you're doing one of these. But that being said, I don't put a lot of stock into a guy coming out of college or a guy that was a passing game coordinator and not a play caller. I don't put a lot of stock into those names. Doesn't mean those names don't end up being what's chosen here. But I think they're the risky ones, which could have a huge upside too. Don't get me wrong. But I don't think I don't think guys who got head coaching jobs because they were good coordinators are risky when they come back to being coordinators. We get caught up on the jobs they do as head coaches and not realize, like, okay, that guy's just not a good enough head coach. But what got him to become a head coach? Okay, see if he's successful or not. You see it all the time. When guys go back, they can be successful again. So, I look at Robert Saleh, right? The Niners didn't show up yesterday, but showed up in Philly. But you look at guys like that who go back, and those defenses sort of turn around and get back to what they were, because that's how he got a job to be a freaking head coach anyway.
Well, you got one in your building already.
McDaniel isn't one on my list. He's 2. We've already had that conversation, but Not too risky. No, I mean, if you're talking about like just being quirky and stuff, I don't give a shit. If guys are running all around and guys are motioning from here to the fucking Walt Whitman to the Ben Franklin, and there's good play design, right? Then no, it's not risky at all. I mean, what was risky was what we just did, but we had no choice. That's what's risky because you end up running the same 4 fucking plays on the last drive of the game. And, it ends up being the risk. A guy who doesn't know how to do it or hasn't been in the moment and the stress of the moment, I think matters when you're calling plays. And the feel. We talked about this all throughout the year. It's a feel for calling plays, but it also takes 2 to tango, right? Players weren't good enough this year. Play calling wasn't good enough this year. That's what happens when you have a good offense that's in the bottom tier, right? That's a double. That's 2 to tango all day, right? But a new play caller in here can do wonders for this football team. The 2 years we had a legit play caller, we went to a Super Bowl. So to me, that's the risk, not going and getting a former play caller. So I disagree.
Yeah, I also disagree. I actually would be excited to have Mike McDaniels. I think you hit it on the nail, though, Tommy. The biggest point that I took out of that was you bring in a guy and you take away his stress of having to lead a team and just get him back to his roots of just running an offense. Just being the offensive coordinator, not have to worry about the intricacies that go into running a whole team for an entire week and season and stuff like that. So you bring those types of guys in and you just make them be the offensive coordinator. It takes a weight off their shoulders and it allows them to get back to what they do. So yeah, I mean, I disagree to the poll as well.
Yeah, I mean, it would be a clean sweep. It should be a clean sweep. I mean, you would only probably get an argument from me, but you already have a guy in that you guys adore in your locker room that went through the same thing. Vic Fangio, horrible head coach, horrible, right? Defensive guru, all right? So those 2 guys can be buddies together, all right? So, but yeah, and then you'll have no more excuses.
He was the coordinator for McDaniel too, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was.
Yep.
Well, I guess that would be good.
Miami North.
Listen, now Wills could have just accidentally thrown a little tiny wrinkle.
Yeah, are they not?
That could be it. Are they? Does he not like them? All right, because we can't. You can't have somebody, even though you're at 2 opposite ends of the building. You would prefer not your coaches not hate each other. So I don't know if there's any relationship there or any rift. What I mean? But Vic exited stage left. Rightfully so, because he was probably tired of the guy hitting the pen and wearing fucking collages or whatever the fuck he calls them. And the guy's a fucking dork. You know what I mean? So Vic probably had enough, and that was it. But I don't know if anything was said. Who the hell knows?
Well, you know what we do know? Vic has a lot of pull in this organization already. So if he is hired, we know it wasn't. We know we can pretty much guarantee that there isn't beef still there, or it wasn't something like severe. Right, I think we could pretty much book that just from
the story. Was he wanted to get closer to home, right?
That was the story.
Yeah, I don't know how true that is. That was the story.
We're gonna find out, because if he's hired, then that story's true. If he's not hired, and it's and it's not him or Daboll, then maybe there's some truth to it. I really think the leader in the clubhouse, Daboll, but
yeah, I don't know. I don't really get what would be so risky. I mean, maybe it's risky in the fact that he could do really well and then get hired as a head coach again next year and we've been in the same position. But that would also mean that he did really well and we played really well. So I would take that.
Well, that would come with cutting nets down.
Yeah. So
a guy like that failed in the
that.
place. I think a guy like that failed in the place, the only way he gets job interviews and really gets a job offer is by winning a Super Bowl. I don't think he gets a job offer from being a really good offense, top 5 in the league, and losing a Super Bowl. I don't think he gets. I don't think he gets an offer.
I don't know.
Doesn't mean he doesn't get interviews.
He's getting interviews now.
Yeah, but they're not real interviews. They're just doing homework. That's homework interviews.
Interview, right?
It's a Rooney Rule.
Yeah, but is it a real interview?
He is actually a Rooney Rule guy.
Dorks.
Yeah,
I just don't buy it a lot.
He is technically a Rooney Rule guy.
There's two appendages to it. There's 2.
Yeah, I'm just not buying in the guy that just failed in the place and got canned, usually getting another job right away. Now, hey, Atlanta said hold my beer, but it's also a 2-time coach of the year that they went and took a shot on too.
Yeah. I mean, I like
Stefanski.
Stefanski. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a different.
I would think, Tom, like he would have to have a very good year next year. In my opinion,
best offensive football. Yep.
Yeah, and like, listen, that also means that we would be the best offensive football. So like, I'll take it. But then we'd be in the same boat again next year, looking for another offensive coordinator.
And that's fine. But hopefully, but this is where you hope. This is where you hope, right? Wills, go with me here. You sort of hope that if it's Daboll, if it's him, if it's somebody with
maybe they don't want to be the head coach again,
right? But you're hoping that they're bringing their guys, right? Because a lot of times, if those guys are bringing their guys in with them to fill out their staff, that you can maybe luckily, like you said, okay, it doesn't work out and they leave. Maybe you're not pulling a Nick retread or a Nick guy to become the offensive coordinator. Maybe you're pulling somebody from their tree. Which
I got what you're saying. You retain one of the guys or something.
Yeah.
I'll tell you. I mean, I feel like this is a big hire. This is a really big hire for Nick.
Not a little one.
Strictly because of the fact that what does Nick do? Like we're getting to the point where it's like, what do you do exactly?
He does the same thing John Harbaugh does.
You don't do the defense. You're going to have somebody do the offense. I know he was saying all year, like, this is my offense, and the offense sucked. So, if you're going to have somebody do the complete offense now, like they're going to come in and want to run their offense with their way, okay, and Fangio's run the defense. I mean, you're just a guy that's over here taking, if we don't play well again, what is it that you do here exactly?
Well, I'll answer it for you. I think.
Oh, you could be a leader of men, and I don't know if I like.
I'm not sure that he is though.
I mean, I think they like him. I think they like him. I mean, I think they get a fair.
I know they like him. I'm just saying.
I think they play hard. They play hard for him. I think I think he's a good locker room guy. So, he might not.
I'm not trying to run him out of town. I'm saying if we're bad next year.
Might not be everybody's cup of tea, but I mean, he's kept it together for as long as he's been here. And I think that's the job of the head coach. So whether you call it, I guess I'm not saying that's a Tommy term or that's a 2025 term.
No, that's what people.
I don't know. I'm not making fun of you or anybody. I'm just saying the CEO thing. That's all. If that's the title, I'll go with it. But to me, as a head coach, a manager, you should have your hands in everything. Right. So that's what everybody should be. Right. If you're a guy who's, an offensive guy and you're only in the offensive rooms, you could have Buddy Ryan as your defensive coordinator. You should still have a fucking pulse on what's going on over there on special teams, defense out. You know what I mean? So that's the way I look at things. But I understand, there's certain guys that have specialties and
this is why I laugh at Giants fans. Giants fans now, you don't have to like Nick Sirianni, but you're literally getting the same style of guy in terms of like, he needs good coordinators, because he's a great leader of men. He's a great leader of men, but he's not a great offensive mind. He's probably more of a defensive guy, but he's been brought up special teams wise.
I was gonna say more of a special teams guy, really.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Sure. So like again, Giants fans take shots at it in this chat. I've read it where Nick can't call a game. Well, it's his job. That's why a lot of it's Todd Monken coming and other hires coming with them, rightfully so. There's nothing wrong with that. That's what good head coaches do. Know what you're really good at. What are your strengths, right? If I'm a head coach, I think my strength is communication and being able to get guys the fire guys up and get guys ready to play on a weekly basis, right? And know that I care about him as a man. That matters. We might not think it matters in the chat, etc., but it does matter long term. We spend a lot of time with these guys. It matters that your head coach stops in the hallway and says hello to you. Even if you think he's a little bit of a cornball, it freaking matters, because we saw head coaches in this city not do it, right? And it divide a locker room over time, right? So you don't win over time. You can win a year or two with being a dickhead and not a good head coach. You don't win over a 5-year period and go to the playoffs every year if you're not a leader of men and you're not good at that part of your job. That being said,
especially in this generation. You know what I mean? Like, you go back to
I'm in agreement.
That didn't matter. You know what I mean? You show up, did your job, and you were prideful. All right. Now you got a whole guy's hand. So I agree with you there.
But he's a good handler. Bunch of safe space guys.
Sure. Absolutely.
Now, the one thing, obviously I said if it was bad next year, but now what happens if you get to a point? Now, again, this would be us being really good. So, but let's say it's Daboll or McDaniel, whatever. Either one. This could fit either one. Let's say let's say we have the best offense in the league next year. We win the Super Bowl. They're great. teams want to hire whoever it is that's our offensive coordinator. Do you say maybe we make him our head coach so someone can't poach him?
Coming over two Super Bowls.
Talking a whole lot. Then we're talking a whole lot. Yeah, but if our offensive coordinator is the guy that's getting us to the Super Bowl,
well,
I'm just
it would
saying.
be 3 different offensive coordinators.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I don't. I'm
saying if we're the best offense in the league next year. It would be a good problem to have. We'll say.
Yeah, but I think it just means that you have the talent, and anytime you get anybody that's capable of play calling at a high level, the talent's gonna rise.
Yeah, well, I mean, we are well aware that we have a very good roster. I mean, top 3 roster in football. I don't think.
And hold on, back to Nick real quick, and why everything you're saying is wrong. Because, and not taking a shot at you, I'm just saying, like, this is why, like, when I just look at it,
what's wrong?
What you're saying about, like, well, then if we go to a Super Bowl with another offensive coordinator, and I'm
not saying it's going to happen. I'm saying just something.
Well, you're just giving a hypothetical that guy would go take the guy who just won the Super Bowl as a head coach's job, which is just, I mean, literally, I don't know what that means. But what I'm going to say to you that is, so you don't win with the same roster because it's essentially for 4 years now. For 4 years, been a lot of the same goddamn players. So my point, you don't that first 4 years, same in a lot of players. You don't tick upwards and then go get over the hump and win a Super Bowl after the year you had in 2023, unless that guy's really good at his job too. That's all. I just don't think you get past that. That collapse.
There's, definite regression this year, though. I mean, it's pretty obvious that when we have good offense, when we have good coordinators, we're good. When we don't, we're not good.
But we still won the NFC East. We still went to the playoffs. So yeah, it didn't end great.
Greg,
it didn't end great, but
we have a. Greg, we have a. Are we in agreement that we have a top 3 roster in football?
Yeah,
are we in agreement with that?
I'm not saying it ended great, but let's not
make the fucking playoffs. We make the playoffs if I'm head coach.
Maybe not, but
no, we definitely do.
This is what I'm trying to say to you, though. I understand where you're going with it, but you also have to understand this. Like, again, you talk about, like, okay, the year after
I'm not running Nick out town, by the way. Just
no, but the year after they won a Super Bowl, right? They don't offensively, they're not good enough. Nick's, you can have it both ways. Like, you can say, hey, Nick's not as great of an offensive mind as people may have thought he was on the day he's hired, per se. But it doesn't mean that he's not a great head coach. It doesn't mean that didn't work. It just means that maybe he's not great game day play caller either. And maybe that's the problem. It doesn't mean he doesn't know how to design a play. It doesn't mean he's a freaking football moron. It just means I'm telling you that in-game play calling is different than just being a good play designer.
Well, that's been our biggest issue this year, I would say. Especially adjustment and in-game play calling was probably the biggest issue because we would come out okay. It would be second half. So we're just
that's why you need not a pro, but a pro. That's why you need an experienced play caller. That goes back to the poll. The only risk is going and getting somebody that's not an experienced play caller. It's just a risk. Doesn't mean it doesn't work.
Well, it didn't work with Patullo, so I hear you there. Like that's the same kind of play there. But yeah, I'm in full agreement. I feel like McDaniel, I'll take McDaniel, Daboll. There's a couple guys I would take, honestly. I mean, people seem to. I don't know if you can get him. Is Charlie Weiss Jr. going to LSU?
Yeah,
he's scheduled to.
Yeah, I mean, people seem to love him. They say he's super smart.
You're scheduled to until you're not there.
Well, that's exactly it.
I mean,
exactly.
Yeah,
but I think they did interview him. I think they did. Or at least contacted him. I don't know.
People say he's very, very smart. So
yeah,
not bad.
The head coach here couldn't blow him quick enough. He made sure.
I mean, he could follow in Lane's footsteps and just leave.
They interviewed the guy from Atlanta.
Go ahead and leave too. Lane's gonna do what's best for him, Charlie.
Yeah, you know that. That's a gift.
Yes, the checkbook's good here.
Check clears.
I mean,
I interviewed Zach Robinson the other day from Atlanta.
Experienced, for sure.
Yeah.
I would assume he's probably looking for a new job, right? With Stefanski moving in there.
You would think, yeah. Again, another guy off the McVay, Shanahan tree thought process, right?
Had a ton of weapons. With that defense, they should have been better.
That's true.
So
Facts as well. They played a lot better.
I didn't have a
Kirk
quarterback.
was playing.
Yeah, I get it. But.
They had, you missed on the quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, do you think he was
all
behind
part of
drafting him?
development? So
Because then I'd have issue with him if he was saying, yeah, we should take Michael Penix with his 4 knee surgery.
Yeah, and he's fired.
And his short lefty. Then maybe
I think
I don't want him.
to me, it starts with Brian Daboll. I don't know your guys' thoughts, but to me,
I would prefer Daboll. Yes, I also feel like Daboll's probably the more likely one to stay an offensive coordinator as opposed to McDaniel. Like I think McDaniel might want to. It's the head coach again. I think Daboll might be cool with being an offensive coordinator.
I think it's the other way around. Yeah. Yeah, I think Daboll's likes to. I think they both probably like to be in charge, but I feel like Daboll's more of the guy that he's looking for that next job. I think so. But maybe, again, who the hell knows?
And the interesting thing on Daboll is
if they have a good year.
Is this Jalen Hurts with a microphone?
No, that's Osama bin Laden.
Yeah, but it looks like it's Jalen's face.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might
Jalen's
be.
face dressed as Osama bin Laden for sure.
Yeah, I can't see that far.
Can't miss that face.
Is it? I don't. Maybe it is. I don't know.
Yeah, that's Jalen's face.
I just can't believe it.
Is that Brian Pumper? Has he got a new account? Corporate B Pumper.
Corporate B Pump says
Daboll. That's corporate pump. I can't believe it. That was spectacular there, though. Sweep straight face. That's Osama bin Laden.
No, it is. It is with Jalen's face.
Got me good.
Well, I couldn't confirm who he was dressed at. I was able to see what the important.
Yeah, I was going to say the silhouette. I can't even see the face. I'm squinting like a son of a bitch, but I can see the silhouette. That's scumbaggery iconic.
It's a microphone, not a gun. Just to confirm.
So I'm assuming they're going to get it done, right? I mean, in the next,
I would have.
Next week.
I was thinking they were probably going to have it done by today. I was kind of shocked they didn't.
Well, I'm wondering.
It has to be done by next week.
I'm wondering if they're waiting for the Rams because I know that their passing game coordinator, that Shieldhouse, that Kyle Shieldhouse, is thought of really highly in the league. So I'm wondering if they're waiting to at least listen or, at least interview him and see what he's all about throughout this whole process.
You can interview them now this week, right?
I think all
the teams that are left in the playoffs after the divisional round, you can interview them.
Yeah, we do this every year.
I believe that's the case.
We're like, oh, fuck it. Is it right? I don't know.
It's either after divisional or after championship round. I think it's divisional.
I mean, I thought Ben Johnson was taking interviews last year, the week after the Redskins, right? So maybe that was this week.
You're right. In-person interviews are prohibited until after the divisional round. Conference championships. Championship participants cannot interview until their season ends. So virtual interviews for bye and eliminated teams. You can virtual interview for wild card teams in person after division round, but the teams that are still playing can't go.
Yeah, so that's probably when Ben Johnson did it on the bye, right? Did they get a bye?
Yeah. They did get a bye first round.
Yeah, so I think that's when he did it.
That makes sense, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess they could be waiting for somebody.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I thought it was going to be done. I'd be shocked if it's not done by this week coming up.
Nate Shieldhouse, sorry. Not Kyle.
Yeah. I mean, if you got a shot at this, like Craig said, I mean, you probably want to hear him out and looking for the next young mind, right? But you got two proven guys on that side. You know what I mean? Not at the helm, but in what you're interviewing for.
Yeah, and McDaniel's always known as a really good run game guy. McDaniel, really good run play call. I mean, obviously, Achan's emerged as a star down there, so I mean that wouldn't be bad considering how bad we ran the ball this year.
Well, I mean, Kyle's whole, as much as I'm anti-Kyle Shanahan, I mean, his run game, his offensive design's always been top notch. So there's no running from that, even though I think he's a perennial loser. That being said,
got fucking piss pounded yesterday.
Yeah, well, he could put Raheem Mostert back there. He's done it. He'll revitalize careers in the backfield. So we've seen it. So knowing that, I like guys. McDaniel, I feel the same way. Again, you also play to your QB strengths, and I think we can all sit here and say to his strength is get the ball out really quick. So that offense was really set up and designed to get it out quick with guys that are shifty in space, etc. So he played his QB strengths, air quote. I like his offense. It's probably a lot more creative than Brian Daboll's. But again, Daboll's offense looks a lot better when Josh Allen was running it than it did when Daniel Jones and I don't even count Dart because he just got there. It doesn't even count.
Tommy, who was the Italian dude? Tommy DeVito.
Tommy Cutlets.
DeVito.
Tommy Cutlets.
DeVito.
Tommy Cutlets. Jesus.
Yeah,
right. He's going to the AFC Championship game. Cutlets. I think he's on the Patriots.
Is he on the Patriots? I was thinking he might be in the UFL.
I think so.
I saw a reel with all the UFL players.
I think he's on the Pats.
No, I thought he was just signed with.
That's another Italian. I know. I thought the same thing. Came across the bottom. No, another one of our countrymen came across the bottom. Donardo or something.
No one of our spinners.
Broncos picked up a guinea.
You are right, Wells. He is on the Patriots.
Phillip Rivers is out there fucking chucking it, and Cam Newton's like, "Come on, somebody call me! I got great hats."
Tommy DiNardo got another opportunity.
Tommy, there you go. Tommy DiNardo.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why it's not done. I mean, that would be the only thing. Like Greg said, maybe they want a Zoom call this week, check in. Again, I think that's more risky than it is safe. I play this really safe because when the facts are there, like when the facts are that clear, usually it's not that clear. Usually you can't say, hey, the 2 years we had an experienced play caller, we've gone to a Super Bowl. The 2 years we did not have an experienced play caller.
We looked like dog shit at the end of the year.
Yeah, we did not. So,
this is exactly. This is from the movie Tin Cup. Like somebody tell the guy he doesn't have to hit it from there. You know what I mean? Like, this is Sirianni's opportunity to take a drop. You take a drop. Right? You got two guys. Nobody will crucify you if you pick one of those two guys. If you wait for the Rams guy and you want to and you're friends with him and you're like, this guy's cute. He looks good in the suit. Right? You're gonna get crucified because he's a no name. Right? He might be have a name. He might be an up and comer in the circles. It's great, you know what I mean? But we're talking about fan crucifixion, right? So if it ain't Daboll and it ain't Nerd Boy, you're gonna get crucified, right? Because people, that's it. They don't care about the guys in the pads. They care about the guy holding the fucking menu in his face, right? Who's got the menu? Who's got the fucking menu? Okay, that's it. That's what they want.
Idiot from nowhere.
Another question.
West Texas.
I know Saban, obviously does all the decisions down in Bama. My only thing that ever questioned about Daboll, he was with Jalen, but he was with Jalen when the benching took place. So, that's Saban's
He was
team.
with him before that too, though, right?
No, only with him 1 year.
Oh, it was just the 1 year?
It was just that 1 year.
Yeah.
But their interaction since then haven't given any.
He was starter for 96% of the year, just not the most important 4% of the second half of the national championship game.
Yeah, you can't blame him and Saban too. It was awesome.
I mean, it was the correct move.
Yeah,
they were getting smoked, and then Tua came back and won it.
Yeah,
well, like Greg said, there's been good interaction since, so you assume that it is what it is. But I would think that's a Saban decision too.
I also would think that they wouldn't put it out there that they're interested in Daboll if Hurts was like, fuck that guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that guy benched me. Still holding a grudge. I've been 2 Super Bowls since the benching.
He went to a semi as well. He went to a playoff with Oklahoma after that too.
Yeah, well, you see what a good coach just adding to your team does. I mean, let's look in New England. I know it's a head coach, but you see when you go get a damn good head coach, they got two good coordinators there, one experienced guy, obviously on the offensive side, and Josh McDaniel, who's been doing it for a long time. So
exactly where he belongs. So
yeah,
that's what we were talking about earlier. All right. A guy that fell and hit every branch and the head coach tree, all right, on the way down, split his head open, cracked his femur, everything, right? And then, he's an offensive guy. That's what he does. He should give out business cards. How you doing, Josh McDaniel, offensive coordinator? That's it. Nothing wrong with it. Get paid handsomely. Do your thing, brother. Right? Probably going to be in the Super Bowl again, right?
Like the doctor has the MD after it. Josh just signs OC at the end of his John Hancock.
Notes to everyone out there: don't take the Raiders' job. Everybody.
But you just see what great coaching does.
Yeah, not a great career coach. Yeah.
You see what happens when you go get good football minds, right? And that's what this offense is. That's all they're missing. It's just the mind. It wasn't even a talent thing this year. Yeah, were guys banged up? Was the offensive line not as good? Yeah, but if you had a real play caller in here, they wouldn't have been top 10. That's not what I'm saying. But they would have been in the middle of the pack. In the middle of the pack with this defense, as we see in the NFL, how these games have gone, maybe outside of Seattle, that it's going to keep you in a game. You be in a game. I mean, God damn it. The freaking Houston Texans were in a game all day today somehow when all they did was turn the football over because they have a great defense. All they did was turn the football over. They were still hanging around. I said to my dad, they were over there. I said, how's this a one-score game?
Yep.
After the third turnover, it might have been the fourth. I said,
hanging around.
And they got to feel like their fans got to feel like us Eagles fans. Like we wasted a good defensive year because our offense was garbage.
And I mean, listen, I'd much rather be in our spot at the quarterback position than that.
100%.
I don't really, I'm not here to argue other teams' quarterbacks and our quarterbacks. And there's some guys, sure, you might rather have. Of course, I can tell you who I don't rather have. I can give you those names. TJ Stroud's one of them. Lamar Jackson's another one. I mean, there's guys all over the place that I can tell you, I'm good, right? I mean, even people arguing to Joe Burrow. Like, I love Joe Burrow, but he's hurt all the time. Like, I love Joe. Joe's my guy, but he's hurt all the time. Like, it's not that. Oh, you put him around this offensive line. This offensive line stunk this year. He might be dead. So there's certain guys, no brainers. Certain guys, there's a list like 2 or 3 guys that you can guarantee are better than what you have.
What I mean? He's dead.
I'm not even going to use Caleb because he's so young, and I'm not going to use Stafford because he's so old, right? Neither one. I mean, of course, everybody would have Matthew Stafford. You're of course, right? But I mean, I'm good with Jalen Hurts and a real offensive coordinator, and maybe one again. I mean, for this guy, another offensive coordinator. I don't know. You find me the guys in this league that have won that many games with so many other offensive coordinators. And to know like that's the missing piece again for him having a good year, is crazy. It's just insanity. But yeah, I can tell you, I don't want CJ Stroud with his freaking 17 picks today. Absurd. But yeah, he's just a coordinator away, man. This whole offense is, and I just don't overthink it. You got, I think, well, if you want Jim Bob Cooter, you got 3 guys that call plays out there.
Love the name.
Yeah.
Love the name.
Great name.
Yeah. Sounds made up, but real dude.
I don't know that his offense has ever worked.
Yeah, good on him. Just called plays. Not saying they worked.
JBC.
He'd be at Club Risque every night, dude.
I think here's the thing. I told you, Greg, on Wednesday. I'd rather have Daboll, right? I just think he's a more football guy, but I do think there's more upside with McDaniel in a weird way. Like not a weird way. I just think he's got better. He's got more.
He's gadget boy. I mean,
another guy
that can hand down his business card. How you doing? I'm Mike, fucking nerd boy, also gadget boy. That's it. You know what I mean? So that works. That gets people, fucking 6 to midnight. All right, and it works for a short period of time. So that's all you guys really need is a short period of time, right? Because you're talking about a window. A window that I'm not saying it's closing, but you know what I'm saying. The Eagles are, a tremendous organization, right? But you're always trying to win now, right? This isn't about 5 years from now. You know what I mean? This is, you have your window, right? So he's the cute gadget guy for the window, right? So we had 1 year of 5 yard outs,
They're
5 yard outs for 3,000 yards, and everybody was like, "Oh my god, look at this thing! It's like a spinner! It's like a spinner! It's beautiful." It stinks, all right? But anyway, yes, he will bring that stuff. Yes, he'll have two guys motioning off the Walt Whitman. So certain guys at A2D will be hard as a rock. All right, there will be guaranteed a lot of motion. All right, Chucks will be happy. All right, so you'll get. And that's what you want.
You can't read it.
You'll get crossers. You'll get fucking bubble screens. You'll get reverses. Imagine that. I've never seen a reverse in Philly before.
It's been a while.
They're cool.
It's been a while. They're kind of fun when they work. Especially when they work, they're kind of fun.
I mean, I'm all for the gadget spinner guy, but I just like his run. I just like his run schemes, right? Like I just like his run designs. I think the whole Kyle Shanahan tree has good run designs, right? Good run schemes. I just think when you got a back, just sitting here, you got a fucking thoroughbred waiting to be let loose. And I think Tank Bigsby's right behind him, right? A damn good back. It just needs the carries. I think you got two backs here that in that system can have big years. I mean, I look at what A-Chain did in that system, and I look at a guy like Tank Bigsby, and I say, well, man, I mean, Tank could have some of those types of runs.
For sure. They're going to have to they're going to have to, get out, they're going to have to get the stopwatch out because he's, like I said, besides the gadgets, that's the one thing they have for the last 5 years. 3 of those guys, when they get in the open space are like 20 miles an hour. And I'm not counting the Hill, you know what I mean? Like A-Chain and even Mostert. Mostert was flying. I mean, he had that year that he had 19 touchdowns. I think he reached like 20 miles an hour, when he broke one, so. He wants guys who can move. All right. So not saying that they're going to, get rid of you if you can't move, but he definitely uses multiple backs. So it bodes well.
A bunch of slow guys sweeps?
No, I'm saying
slow now?
It bodes well for Tank. Definitely bodes well for Tank.
It bodes well for all of them, right?
I'm saying like, Tank barely touched the ball. Unless
it fits. I mean, it fits. I mean, if I'm Daboll or him,
average 6.2 a carry too, which is crazy.
The Philly job's a no-brainer for these guys.
You would think.
Daboll ranks 32nd in motion. Well, there wasn't a lot of motion around there either. I mean, I'll factor that into a bunch of different quarterbacks.
We were talking about Mike McDaniel there.
Yeah.
Pumpy pump. I don't know if you're just throwing that in there or.
Oh, he's anti-Daboll.
I don't know. Oh, well, I know.
Well, he doesn't want Daboll.
Yeah. I mean, with the eyeballs.
The hill, he died.
I didn't want the eyeballs to think that, that he thought we were talking out our ass. McDaniels is the motion guy. Right? We're not. We'll let you know when we're talking about Daboll. when I reference Nerd Boy, right? You should know who I'm talking about.
And you have to give credit too, especially this year, because
the Dolphins fan, by the way.
Miami was bad, and A-Chan still ate every week.
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean, A-Chan really good, yeah.
He was their only weapon that you had to worry about, and he still got his, right? So going back to sitting there talking about his run schemes and getting guys open and stuff like that, he is able to do that, which is nice.
Come on, Pump.
And he wants his guys to catch the ball out of the backfield too. So
Wan'Dale Robinson, Devontae Smith.
With Tua, that was
Russell Wilson, Jalen Hurts, Jameis Winston, Jalen Hurts. See, Jackson Dart, Jalen Hurts. You got to understand something. You think calling plays is fucking Madden. So when you go through 3 quarterbacks through the course of a year, how much motion do you think is going to get built in on a weekly basis? I'm not getting there crowning Brian Daboll, right? I think as the week's going on here, I probably lean more to McDaniel in terms of scheme, right? But Brian Daboll was my first choice when this all broke because that's who I wanted. I think he's a football guy, right? I don't know. I think it's a fuck you to the Giants again.
Yeah,
way you can just fuck it up their ass. I'm in. So I look at it, it's like, hey, we got Saquon, we went to the Super Bowl and won it. Well, what's a great FU? We get their head coach, and he's their offensive coordinator, and we go win another one? Oh, that's tough. I mean, that's tough to swallow. Even though you got John Harbaugh, and you'll probably win 10 games, and you're going to be a lot better, still tough to swallow, knowing that, that didn't work out. Again, sure. I'm shooting, I'm grasping for straws here. But
no, it matters. I mean, like you said, it was on that. I mean, Mara admitted it. In that Hard Knocks thing. When there was negotiation with Saquon, he's like, I can't have him go down the turnpike. You know what I mean? And Joe Sheen let it happen.
Thank you, Joe.
Somehow he's still there.
Yeah.
Somehow he's still there.
He survived.
Nobody knows how he's still there.
well, I know how he's still there now because Harbaugh pretty much said, I'm only answering to John Mara. I'm not answering to you. So that's what happened here.
How's he still there then?
Well, probably
because you need a guy to actually do the work.
Talk about getting put in the wash closet. I mean, that was Howie when Chip was here. You get put in the washroom. I mean,
Howie was definitely in like the utility closet.
Yep.
We're going to see how great of a coach John is.
Put him in the bathroom.
We're going to see how great of a coach John is.
Utility closet, like.
He's done it for a long time, though, Tommy. He's done it for
no. We're going to see like if he can turn it around because the talent's there.
Yeah.
Like it's going to be one of those where it's like, to me, I mean, if there was a job open, that's probably what I would take. Like if I'm a guy out there,
they do have the most talent,
I'm taking that one. I got a quarterback. I got a good young defense, good young quarterback. I got a high pick in the draft again.
Young receiver, young running back.
Young receiver, young running back. I got all the pieces.
Yeah.
Bad offensive line.
Yeah.
So
without the signal caller. Yeah. I mean, and without the signal caller, I would say the Falcons was the best job. You know what I mean? Because they were like a top 5 defense and they got a ton of weapons. But without the signal caller, I get it. You know what I mean? That's makes it less.
That guy keeps you your job or not, right? But I meant like
Harbaugh. You're linked to
it. Like Harbaugh to me, I'm showing like great coach again. Like, can he go win another? Can he go back to another? It's been a while. Like they underachieved in Baltimore, and I blame a lot on Lamar. Right? I blame a lot on Lamar. He's the quarterback, no doubt about it. But they've been the 1 seed, the 2 seed, the 3 seed. They've hosted home playoff games. They've been eliminated. They haven't won since Ray. So Ray and Ed and Joey Flacco. So I'm just saying, I love John. He's won a ton of fucking football games, but you better be a playoff team within 2 years, or maybe NFL caught up to you. And I don't mean that in a way where he's not a good coach. I mean that in a way sometimes you just age out. Right? I don't think he does. Andy Reid's never
everyone. I would disagree with that. I mean, maybe he has. I don't know. I would say that there's 31 guys that can say that every year too. You know what I mean? So if you're building, eventually you got to fucking hoist it. Don't get me wrong, right? But if you're building things and you're winning 10, 11 games every year, and that's a good culture, right? You got to get over the hump, of course. You know what I mean? We saw that with Andy. And it was. It was time to go at 4-12.
I think there's levels. I just think when you constantly lose as a favorite, that's when it becomes like, okay, not are you losing your team or are you not a good coach? Just mean that, hey, that hump is just something that you can't get over in Baltimore. Again, like that's why guys need to change the scenery sometimes, right? Change the scenery. It takes you over that hump. You start hearing stories that Lamar wasn't coachable. Right, because the one thing about Todd Monken is Todd Monken's on your ass.
That's truthful,
right? So you hear those things, and now you know why. You're a really good regular season team, and you get bounced first round of the playoffs. Truth comes out. So again, I'm not blaming John. I'm more talking in existence that John doesn't turn the Giants around, all right, and they stay right where they're at. Because I don't need, I don't need them starting to bark. All right, I got enough. Even though I've always said Giants fans are real ones, because they are. They're not Cowboys fans. They're not even Commanders fans are frauds. But they're not as fraudulent. They're more us. When you look at the fan bases around, Giants fans, Eagles fans, they act like we're a bad fan base. We act like they're a bad one.
Fuck the Giants fans, dude.
Well, fuck them too. I'm not sitting here praising them. I'm just telling you we're a lot of each other.
Bit of praise. You were like Moby right there. Praise you like I should.
I was just laying out the levels of the NFC East. Okay, of fraudulence, right? Cowboys.
I'm right with you that I do not want the Giants to be good.
Nobody's done. That's why I'm talking John Harbaugh.
It's
being a bad coach. I'm sitting here trying to talk Harbaugh. The game passing by.
I don't think he's a bad coach.
No, I know this. Well, you
just won in a while.
Yeah, I mean, you can, like I said, you could have left it at real fans because you know that Ryer and Spellman are insufferable. So
Yeah.
that's why they can't win.
Well, I tried to leave the minority out of it.
No, you got to put those two guys in.
Because it happens here.
They're front
the minority Eagles fans, the minority are morons. And a lot of
Some
times
could
the
say
morons,
the majority.
well, no, the more I'm talking. Can you just let me fucking explain it? The minority is a lot of times louder than the majority.
The Eagles fans are morons too.
Yes, but it's a minority
well aware.
that is louder than the majority. That's how it usually works. The morons are usually louder than the ones that are smart.
I was saying majority.
Okay, then it can be the majority. I don't care. I don't know how you grade it out. I don't know how you're getting your numbers, Billy fucking Bean. I don't know how. Okay.
Did you Billy Bean me?
Change a couple
numbers.
I like it. All right.
Small ball.
Yeah.
Well, good off the tongue, you know.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah. Glad you are. Wasn't asking.
Okay.
No, okay is right. I mean, it wasn't a permission.
I can't believe CJ threw that one ball. Like, there's 5 guys.
What, the pick 6?
Yeah, just take the
take the sack, dude. It's in the snow. What are you
You're
doing?
across your body with 6 guys in your underpants. Like,
at least you're gonna do it. Throw it out of bounds. You don't just throw it in the middle of the field. He just said, "Hey."
Got hit.
It was the old Jesus ball. Hey.
There it comes. Yeah, it's just he got hit.
He could have thrown like 3 more. Look, they dropped a few. I'm okay with that, Umberto. You might be correct on that. I just think McDaniel's a nerd. I do like his run game, but he's a nerd. I think I do agree that Daboll probably will coach him harder.
Yeah, I can't imagine McDaniel yelling at anybody in his life, but maybe yes. I don't know.
The other thing too, though, is in 23, the year they had a really good offense, Waddle and Hill were open all day. So again, he's able to scheme the run game. He's able to scheme guys open. We saw it all year. We had 2 of the top 10, 15 wide receivers in football, and we couldn't get anybody open.
Yeah. I mean,
it's like we were saying last year. Like, if you run the ball well, guys are usually running open. So it all starts with the run game. We get the run game back, we should be good.
No, it definitely does. Shifting gears a little bit here.
That's why they had a successful year, because it was a flash in the pan, not for Mike, for Tua, right? Because you can't miss a guy on a 5-yard crosser that's wide open, right? You can't throw it all 15 yards in a tight window. You know what I mean? That's just factual. So, all right, but to Greg's point, he's got guys open, so that's when you have success, right? Whether they catch it onto it or not, who gives a shit? It'll be there for a year, I guarantee it.
Well, these guys all weekend were scheming guys open, so it seemed like it was just an us issue this year, At least it's what it felt like watching it. Like you watch all weekend, and these guys are wide open all day in the biggest games. You're like, it's a playoff game. How are these guys running wide open?
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's get into Phil's a little bit.
How did that last 18 weeks, though? That's what I was just ask you guys right before we segue. All right, I don't want to turn it into another 10-minute discussion. I would just ask you guys as 3 Eagle fans, not defending the guy once a bit. He's obviously a moron. He's already gone. How does it happen for 18 weeks? Like, I can see a couple weeks, but I mean, there's meetings on Monday and Tuesday? How does it happen all year? If it isn't partly personnel, and it's my question. I don't know. Maybe it's me.
I feel like everyone with eyes saw it all year long.
Oh, yeah, I'm not debating it. I don't understand.
No. I'm saying I'm shocked that they didn't fire him in mid-season. Like, it was obvious that it was bad.
Yeah, I really think the reason they didn't fire him is they went down that road in 23, and it didn't help anything. It actually made it worse. So my guess is they thought that guy who's been in the building a while could figure it out, and they would give him that opportunity to figure it out. And it just didn't happen. I don't know how it doesn't. And again, when you're talking about these things, I think part of
I
it.
think he's Nick's boy, and that's why.
Winning missed a lot of things, I guess. You know what I mean? Because maybe if you're 2-5, then maybe not saying you fire him, but you definitely demote him and say, hey, you can just be in the meeting room with me and be a passing coordinator or whatever. Give him any title you want. You know what I mean?
They're already about to do that, right?
Take things take things over. Take things over, man. Like if and I guess that was, all the way fast forward, and we're not going to go any further deep into it, to Wilson, the beginning of the show, asking, what do you do? What is it that you do then? Right? That's, and when we said, hey, listen, leader of men and be, having your hand in everything, and I'm fully agreeing. I'm fully in agreement to that. Right. But that would be the one thing that I would say, like, what the hell were you doing during this whole disaster? Right? Were you front and center? Were you front and center in the meeting? Were you guys talking? Were you guys, hey, you're the rock, you're the bottle cap? I mean, anything. Like there had something. There had to be, I just can't think. Yeah, you went 18 weeks and was like, we're good. We're good enough on defense. We'll figure it out. Maybe, or putting too much emphasis on your playmakers and saying, hey, our guys will make plays, and I don't care whatever play it is. I don't know.
I think also too,
the rock your bottle cap.
In that building, as you said, Sweeps, I think winning did, glaze over a lot of it because they were able to find ways to win. But I also think probably in that building too, you're also sitting there playing with house money coming off a Super Bowl win. And you're like, this is the first time a guy's calling plays. It's not an easy thing to do. We all obviously know that, right? So I think once it got past the bye week and they committed to keeping him, you just hoped, and you did see some flashes of good games and good drives. It just to our to this discussion, it just wasn't enough, right? It never continued. It wasn't sustained. But I think you're sitting there. You just won a Super Bowl. You're playing with house money. Let's see if you do give this guy time, does it get any better? And obviously the answer was no. We knew it from, like we all said, we knew it early on. But I think those factor into it too, because you're just coming off a parade and you really didn't have any other option.
Sure. I'm just saying.
You know what I mean? Like, not saying you guys, but I love the way.
I'll use the last 5 weeks.
I know what you're saying. I would just say that, like, in this day and age, so maybe that is Nick's greatest strength is keeping a tight locker room and loose lips sink ships, because in this day and age, all right, how the hell weren't the players belly aching? That's my thing. You know what I mean? So
AJ did, and no one wanted to listen to him.
Yeah, we know him. I mean, yeah.
Well, that's that. Here we go. You know what I mean? Like, we dismissed what AJ said, but in reality, he was right the whole time.
Yeah, and I'll say with Nick, I know it came out that the last like 4 or 5 weeks, maybe a little bit longer than that. He was spending a lot more time in the offensive meetings, which could make the case. You could make the case, okay, that's why the offense got marginally better at the end. Didn't get better, but you guys know what I mean. Like, it got a little bit, there was a little bit better with it. But again, I think when it comes down to having the call the plays in the moment, are you good at it in that 30 seconds or that 15 seconds, or are you not? Right. And I think that's what it comes down to. I think as a head coach, it's hard to call plays if you're not prepping yourself up to do it, right? Like, I don't know. And I think that's what unless you're Dan Campbell, you think you can do it. But that being said, I think that's a difference maker. Like, I feel like, man, we can go in those meetings and you can design that first, that first drive. And then outside of that, it's like, okay, can this guy on the fly, can he call him? The only thing you have to do is you go take it over. Now, I don't know if that's because you're a friend. I don't know if you believe in the guy. I can tell you one thing: it's not the Doug Peterson effect, where he fought for him and lost his job because he didn't do that. Obviously, wasn't dumb enough to say no. We got to keep him for another year. So
yeah, listen, like you said, the easiest thing, and it was glaring. So that was the elephant in the room, right? That was the easiest thing for people to shoot at, right? So now that removed, we'll see what happens, right? Because I know what, like, and when we can end the Eagle talk on this, right? That they had some of the worst second halves in the history of the NFL. So that's on the head coach. All right, opposite of Wonder Boy Ben Johnson, right? Their adjustments at halftime and their second halves are incredible, and we see where how close they were to making a conference championship. But you know what I'm saying, like I think you guys would agree with that. Wow, they were some of the most not bad second halves, anemic second halves with maybe under 15 yards passing stuff that you're like, is that real? Did somebody put white out on the sheet? Is that real? Wow. So that strictly falls at the head coach. Same thing, all those years when Andy got crucified for, after, well, no, he was good after a bye, but, time management, besides the fact, time is yours, timeouts, use all three timeouts on the first drive, stuff like that, so.
Yeah, I mean, I think we were talking about last week, nine times we scored 7 points or less in the second half.
Wow.
It's half the season.
Yeah.
We missed that one. Great job. Dynamite by you guys. It felt like it 9 times. Jeez and crackers.
Yeah, embarrassingly bad.
Wow.
Yeah, it's on the head coach, on the quarterback, on the play caller, on the players. Yeah, all the way down the line. And for sure a scapegoat to a point.
No, I'm saying rightfully so. It was glaring how bad he was. So this isn't me saying he wasn't. When I say that, I mean once you remove if once you remove that part of the cancer, let's see if the leg heals now. You know what I mean? The rest of the leg is still there. Right? The head coach, quarterback, the players. All right, we'll see. And I don't mean that we'll see. I just mean this is a huge year. It's like you said, understatement of the year. Huge hire coming up, and then obviously you get a namer, right? And it comes down, and it's now the players got to look in the mirror.
Yeah,
for sure.
All right, boys. What do you think about Phil's? Everything that's taking place there. Go ahead. I mean, I've already addressed it. I'll address it again, but you guys
just like you said, just about. I mean, I didn't know if you said, but we discussed it as a thread. You got to get locked in on the times. All right. First of all, you got to know things. It looks to be a strike is looming. You know what I mean? Nobody wants these big deals anymore, man. That's it. They're going by the wayside. You know what I mean? So you feeling that you put your best foot forward, $7 to $200 million might have sounded cute in your head, but before you try to offer it to somebody, you gotta get a little more creative.
It is what he asked for, though.
You gotta play to people's egos, and you gotta be smart about things, right? Guys want to opt out. They want flavor of the month. They don't want that. They don't want they just don't want the big thing anymore. You know what I mean? And that's so somebody's got to be in your ear, and you gotta have plan B. Hey, all right, maybe let's think about this one, but we also got, let's try, let's test the waters on the 7 for $200 million, maybe, but we got 2 for $100 right in our back pocket. You want that, Bo? How's that feel? That feel good? $50 million a year. That feel good, buddy? All right, whatever. Because this window is closing too. So you don't need the 7 years. In 7 years, in 7 years, those guys are gone. So, you're hoping that the pups are who they are, Painter, Crawford, Miller, the young catcher, right?
I traded him.
No, they traded me. I'm sorry. So, you're hoping, those guys are going to be ready to go with some of your other young pieces. But, this is the window right here. So you had a guy in the building, and whether he went, I know it hurts because he went to the Mets, but regardless of where he went, that guy comes in, for 2 interviews. He just can't leave. You can't leave without a pen. We can't leave without everything inked up.
Yeah, he kind of fucked us, but I mean, he got better. He got the deal that he wanted. Obviously, it worked out for him. I mean, they told us. His agent told us that he wanted 7 years, $200 million, and then we offered it. So, and then the Mets gave him 4 years, 160, was 126.
3 years.
126.
3 years, 126. So
With 2 opt-out.
yeah, I mean, yeah, we got kind of fucked. It sucks. We need a bat. I don't know.
Why even come in? Why even come in?
I don't know what we're. I guess we're planning on, like, is this how we're going to be? Like, is it going to be Marsh, Crawford, Adolis in the outfield?
Marsh, Kemp.
Really,
But if you
Marsh, Kemp in left, Crawford in center, Garcia in right. So it's statistically one of the worst outfields in baseball.
Well, defensively not, but offensively, yes. For
yeah,
sure. Yeah. I mean, I just don't know how that's going to work. I don't understand the Adolis move. I understand that he's got power, but he's been dog shit for 2 years offensively. He's the lowest ranked player in on-base percentage over the last 2 seasons of everyone that's had at least 500 at bats. So that's not good.
Did the Phillies report that, or was that? I mean, I believe you will. So I'm just saying, like, why would you come in for 2 innings? Why would you come in for 2
No, they resumed. They resumed. He never showed up.
Okay.
2 Zoom calls.
What are you talking about with?
Yeah. No,
I mean, they said that his agent said he wants 7 years, $200 million, and then we offered it.
They did offer what he asked for. It's just.
I mean, everyone thought he was going to sign with us, and then in the morning we were like, "Oh, the Mets signed him. That's fun."
I got you.
Yeah, the announcement that was supposed to be for us was the Mets.
Yeah, I don't know if they gave us a chance to match it. I would assume they probably did, because I know the way that it works. The reason that we didn't want to give out the small, I don't know all this ins and outs, but what I've read is that something like we didn't give out the small year big money deal because it becomes like a huge deal. I think that's like, it's basically like $92 million towards something this year is like what they're paying.
Because they're right up at the luxury tax. So the stupid money does have a limit, right? It's the luxury tax line.
Yeah, but, I mean, I don't know why I don't understand why more teams aren't doing the whole deferred shit that the Dodgers are doing. I mean, the Dodgers have $2.2 billion on their payroll right now. $2.2 billion if you add in all the deferred money. That's just crazy. And I mean, there's nothing to stop them from doing it. So why aren't we doing it?
And they're just paying. They're just paying.
We haven't gotten to the times. We haven't gotten to the times.
Why aren't we doing it? Like the Dodgers are just signing every year. They sign the best free agent, and now they're saying they want to get Freddie Peralta too. Are they going to get the best pitcher and catch or best pitcher and batter every year? And we're just going to be like, oh ho hum, it's the Dodgers. Like, we have money too. Spend the fucking money.
Yeah.
Defer the payments. I don't care what you have to do.
Yeah, and you go over the tax. I mean, you're making plenty of money.
We're already over. The Dodgers are way over.
Yeah.
Here's what gets me, right? It was all for 1 year. Like you said, we're pending a lockout. So either the tax line was going to go up, or they were wiping everything out after this year. So you couldn't spend that for 1 season, regardless of Bichette or not, right? Regardless of Bichette.
The Mets are doing it.
The Mets are doing it, right? Yep. Like, I've had an issue with the whole offseason, not just like the Bichette move, because it felt like Bichette was like playing B or C.
I will say that. I like the bullpen.
Yeah, Keller's good, but
Keller's good pitcher. We get
that's all we did.
What do you mean?
That's all we did, though.
Because
Garcia doesn't make sense.
I don't get the Adolis move at all. He's a good outfielder. He's a plus outfielder.
I'll try and talk it. Right, I'll try and talk it into being positive, right? So like
he's considered a really good outfielder. I didn't even realize that, but the defensive run saved, he's like really high.
Yeah.
But I will say this: he's been a shit hitter for 2 years. Now he had good numbers the 1 year that they won the World Series like 3 years ago in the playoffs. He had good numbers. But that was the only time he had good numbers.
Yeah, it was the only time.
And he doesn't walk. He strikes out a ton. He's got big power, but he hasn't had that big power recently. So I don't know. And he's not a guy that crushes lefties. You look at our lineup, you say, okay, Harper, Schwarber, we're going to see a lot of lefties, which we always do see a lot of lefties in late in the games. And he's not a righty that crushes lefties. He actually has better numbers against righties. You got Rob Refsnyder out there who fucking crushes lefties. I would take Refsnyder over him.
Yeah.
I just don't get it. It doesn't seem to fit, in my opinion.
Well,
then you're going to run Crawford out there, who's got no experience, and everyone says that probably not going to be. He's probably going to be a ground ball hitter, not a great hitter. Like, hopefully he hits for average. Not going to be a big power hitter or anything. And we know what Marsh is. So I don't know. Seems like it could be a really bad outfield, honestly. And I want to sign Bader. You gotta have something else in your pocket in case Crawford's not good or not good enough. We'll say.
Yeah, it's good. It's going to be interesting what they do. I like Crawford. I hope it pans out. But yeah, I mean, the ground ball rate at the major league level just doesn't feel like, at least right away, you know what I mean? At least year one, it just doesn't seem like it's going to translate very well. You spent a whole offseason, rumored to try and trade Bohm, and that didn't work out, right? So what is that dynamic going to be in the locker room? You obviously haven't been able to get rid of Casty or Taijuan Walker. So we're sitting there, even if you do get rid of Casty, you're eating 17, 18 million of that 20. And then we sit there, sit there, and I understand that you had to sign him, but did you have to give him 45 million? In terms of JT?
I would have loved 2 years. I mean, it seems like it's almost like
we've bid against ourselves for JT.
Bidding against ourselves, because who else was he getting money from?
Nobody.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't know. That was like, we'll just give you 15 because we missed out on. I would love them to make a move to go after Kettle Marte or something.
They're not. They're rumored to not be getting rid of him now.
Well, it seems like that from everything I'm hearing, the Phillies have told Stott and Boom that they'll be back.
Yep.
So it looks like we're set then. I don't know.
Well, I heard.
Sorry.
No, you guys are good. I just heard something that's sort of the problem here with Bichette is they told those other two guys they were going to be back. So what I heard is it was going to be Turner to center. And
that can't be true though.
And he wasn't having it. But
I mean, I know that people are saying, I heard like rumblings of that, but it can't be true because Bichette was ranked the worst shortstop in baseball. We wouldn't bring him in to play shortstop. Terrible defensively last year. Awful. Turner way better.
He wasn't coming in to play shortstop.
So what? Stop. Second, you move Stott to short and Turner to center? Is that? I mean, listen, I would be on board if you did because it gets more bats in the lineup, but I just don't know how that would have worked. But I would have thought that he would have had to play. I can't believe he's going to play third for the Mets. I don't think that's going to work. But whatever. Hopefully it doesn't work. There. Yeah, hopefully it doesn't work.
But again, you wonder why you're in the situation.
The Mets have a wild fucking infield. Their infield could be terrible.
But that's just good. But it could be terrible. Anything, if there's true, if that's true, it just goes to show you what you're dealing with. Right? There are guys that don't want to win. I understand. You played outfield at NC State. I understand that. You can, if you want to bring guys in and get better, you'll say, "Hey, listen, I have no problem with it." You know what I mean? If that's going to help.
That's true.
If it's going to help us, I'm in, bro.
The timing is what is odd to me because that feels like a move that you got to let Trey know if that's what you're doing early in the offseason. So all offseason he can train.
Oh yeah, for sure.
His body for that, right? And so I very well think I think it could be true, right? It makes sense. It makes sense why you wouldn't want to move at this point. But I also think that he's going to have to move sooner or later. He did end up having a good year last year, but
he had a better
year. Anomaly.
But he's a butcher too. So let's not talk about him being a Gold Glover.
Yeah,
he had a better year, compared to what he's had since he's been here. But
no, for sure, it was his best fielding year since he's been here, for sure. But he had a good year. I mean, I'm not going to gloss over the fact that he did have a good year.
Sure.
And Bichette didn't. But I just don't. I mean, listen, I hope that it blows up in the Mets' face, but. I hope it blows up in the Mets' face, but it could also be good for them. But they have Bichette playing the position he's never played. They got Jorge Polanco playing first, a position he's never played.
Yep.
Simeon's old as dirt. So I don't know. I mean, hopefully it blows up in their face. I mean, Vientos, I guess, he only hits against us anyway, so I guess he's to the bench.
Well, Vientos or Beatty are got to be traded at this point for them. And you probably trade Beatty.
Bichette will be hurt in April.
That's what sucks too is.
I mean, that's why I didn't want to ruin your guys' hopes. I mean, it's not that. Of course, he didn't want him to leave the building because talent-wise, but he's another guy that's banged up all the time too. So.
That is true.
He would have fit so perfect though with this team. Like this is exactly the guy that
Yeah,
they
I mean,
needed.
we needed a right-handed guy that
Sure.
gets hits.
And I just feel like that they only pivoted to Bo after JT kind of strong-armed him a little bit, right? Didn't sign right away because it's very clear it was one or the other. It wasn't both. And again, if you're going to sit here and claim stupid money, it's got to be both. It had to be both.
And there's
Obviously,
definitely, and like you said, there's definitely more to it because if Will's alluded to, like, hey, this is what he wanted, 7 for 200, he agreed to that. And then the Mets came in. They never came back to the Phillies, sort of just like Barkley never came back to the Giants. When you want out or you don't want to be there, you ain't going to come back to that team. Right? Understand? Like, that's, like Barkley.
I think he may have come back to us. I think we said that we're not doing the small year, big money is what happened. That's what I was reading, at least. That the Phillies,
they definitely wouldn't budge on that. They definitely were not
budging
on
want to do the small year, big money deal.
And they didn't want to do deferred money.
Well, why?
Yeah,
Not just because of going
I don't know
over.
about moving forward, but for this year, Tommy, it's something. It's what Greg was talking about earlier. Something like it would have basically been like $94 million this year if we did it.
No. I agree. I'm saying there's a bigger reason too why they won't do it. If you're making an organizational move to go take a shortstop and put him in center field, you're not doing that with a guy that might be out in a year.
That's true too.
So it's deeper than that. Like we're looking at it. I just sat back and just was thinking, but I mean, that's another reason. If there's truth to that, I'm not saying there is. We're just talking, right? If there's truth to that, you're not going to go. You're going to say, okay, you got to go take that deal then. Because
he wanted opt-outs. So he got 2 opt-outs for them. So to your point, if you're moving all the chairs on the Titanic, right? You know what I mean? And then the main piece you moved all the chairs for leaves, right? Then you crash into the iceberg. Right?
Okay, I moved the guy to center. Hey, bringing you back in next year. Now you're yo-yo and yo-yo and him. That just becomes a nightmare.
Yep.
Again, not that I like their off-season at all. I agree with Wills. I think the bullpen's really good.
I like the bullpen.
You got a closer like that. You get Alvarado back, and then
I like that Wheels throwing. I'll say that too. The fact that Wheels is throwing is great. Love that. Besides that, I don't like what we've done with the offense.
No, listen, the bullpen and the staff is good enough to be a postseason team again. But the fucking problem is I'm sick of it. I sat here and I listened, and I wasn't going to say much because I'm just sick of the fucking Phillies. There's not even anything out there to go do now. Like, the only other thing you do.
You have to make a trade now.
Do you want Rhys Hoskins back?
I mean, maybe Cody Bellinger.
Bryce the right. Like, you need a right-handed bat. I'm not saying Rhys Hoskins.
No. Yeah.
Is it?
But Bellinger's a lefty. But Bellinger's out there.
Yeah. I just think you need a righty.
But at this point, they're probably all going to want the same type of deal.
But Armando.
He wants 6 years apparently, which I would never give him 6 years. I feel like
Eugenio.
I think I don't like Suarez. That was with.
No, I don't want him.
I don't want him.
No,
but
he's another. I mean, he's got big power, but he's an all or nothing guy.
No, I know, but I mean, I'm at the point where, okay, give me Reese back. I know he's a good clubhouse guy. Maybe he can drag 25 out. Go move Bryce to right, to make our outfield better, right? So we have production out there offensively. Like, that's where my head goes. Like, I need something else. I need another. I mean, unless Alec Boehm comes out and has a monster fucking year, right? And it's gonna be monstrous. I need another right-handed piece here.
And that's what burned so much with Bichette, because it was perfect.
No, it was perfect. And Sweeps is right. He would have been hurt. That was my only concern of him. Like, again, I'm not crowning Bader, but I need the right-handed bat. So
I need Bader. If we're done, you got to re-sign Bader, because you have to have him in your back pocket in case Crawford's not good. Because then what are you going to do? Then we're going to have Marsh in center again, and we're going to have Kemp in left. We're going to be running out Kemp and Marsh.
Can I just get Quan in here? Can I just go with the Guardians?
I mean, I know everyone's saying Bellinger won 6 years. I don't know who. Who thinks is giving him a 6-year deal. But
he's already on the roster. You're gonna be paying him $17 million of his 20 anyway.
I would keep Nick. I wouldn't even move on from Nick at this point.
Yeah,
I need right-handed offense.
We need him.
Like, I mean, I've had enough of a lot of guys here, but at this rate, you wanted to run it back. This is what you did. Well, now you're stuck. I need Nick back. I need Bader back. I need right-handed production So at least get back to where I was, and then hope to God I have Wheeler.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say. Like, yeah, Wheeler's throwing, but there's no guarantee he's back to the guy he is. So
sure
on paper, it looks like the same staff, but
he'll be him.
In today's
I hear you.
Modern medicine.
Everyone seems to think he's going to be good, which is good.
Sure, he's 99.
I mean, I would assume the fifth job is Painter's to lose, right? You would think it's got to be his time now.
Well, it's got to be. You let go Ranger.
Why you go get Framber then? Like, you want to get really fucking cute and just win him on the mound? There you go there. But I know you got to bring Painter up. But, I'm just getting cute.
But you're right, Tommy. Like, because of the way that they use the off season is you gave yourself no shot for Ranger to come back, even though we all thought he was essentially gone. But as he sat there, you're not telling me the more and more he sat there in the off season, you weren't like, can we just run it back with him now too?
I'd rather have Framber anyway, just because of the durability.
Well, I would say you got to. Everybody has to fight that guy. So in order, you want to sign him. I know the talent's there, but he lines up and 25 guys fight him. That's the only way I sign the guy. You know what I mean? Come on to the clubhouse. 25 guys beat the shit out of Framber.
What he did
then you welcome Framber in, but piece of shit.
I totally forgot what he did.
Talent wise, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, I totally forgot it. Still take him. Hey, don't cross JT up.
Well, JT definitely will fight him. He's not a rookie. He's not a rookie to crossed up. JT would fight him.
Oh, my God.
Oh, what a troll job by Foles. Did you guys see that?
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, my God. That is awesome.
Yeah, I saw it where he said they're not good against backups in championship.
Yeah, note to the Broncos fans. They've been emotional 24 hours. I feel for you and Bo and the team. I'm sending prayers for a strong recovery. A positive note, going into the game versus the Patriots, they struggle against backup quarterbacks in championship-type games. Attaboy, Nicky.
He's really capitalized on
yes. He's made a Big Dick has made
I was gonna say, I mean, being constantly known as Big Dick Nick probably doesn't hurt as well. Right?
No.
Take it.
Get you a few drinks.
I'll take it.
You like it?
Yep. Get you a grab to the jeans. Little get the jeans. Hey,
little cup check.
You got in those jeans there.
Here we go with Pump. Pump, I know. I know. We need everybody that fucking brought a raft over. I get it. All right, I get it.
I mean, Adolis brought a raft over.
Yeah, he did.
He can't hit.
It was fucking sinking.
Bring a bat.
It was sinking. Yeah, he left the bat in the water.
Yeah,
he brought the raft in the glove.
I hope I'm saying all this and he fucking has a great year hitting, but I don't know.
One of the only positives you could go with
1 year deal game like you do in the NFL. Guys on the last payday. Now or never. Sometimes
that's the saving grace with Bohm too, right? Like that's the saving grace with Bohm. He's in a contract year. You hope that he comes out and just absolutely mashes.
Oh, I have no problem keeping out Bohm.
I think Bohm's gonna. The whole time when everyone was saying Bichette and get rid of Bohm, I thought they were crazy. I'm like, you get rid of Stott. He can't hit.
No, you get creative. You move Bohm to first, Bryce back to the outfield.
No, you get rid of Stott, dude. I know you love Bryson. He stinks. He's terrible.
Bryce?
Yeah, but he's not making any money, right? Like you can't.
Bryson?
Who are you going to replace him with? Is not making.
Can't hit.
No, two-stroke approach. Two-stroke approach.
I'm saying if you got Bichette, you play him at second. That's
left out on the counter. The
Yeah,
whole stance and the whole
everyone's
Well,
they don't get play him against lefties. Well, he can't hit righties.
Yeah, no.
He ain't gonna hit lefties.
Well, he never gets.
But he's a Gold Glover. If you move him short, he's a Gold Glover.
I mean, as every starting, I get it. I get he's a very good defensive player, but everyone in the MLB that starts at second or short is pretty damn good defensively.
Yeah, I mean that's
You can't have 9 bats though. I mean, you would like to. Right? Everybody would like to have 9 guys that fucking hit 300. That'd be awesome. You know what I mean? So sometimes you got to sacrifice something. You know what I mean? I hear you.
Hey, I like one guy. Hey, probably one. We had him in the door, but the Mets called up the third time. Third time was a charm, motherfuckers.
It just makes me hate the Mets that much more too, which I don't like, or I do like, but I fucking hate the Mets.
Yeah, we don't like. Let's not act like. Yeah, we like that side.
I mean, I like to hate the Mets, but I fucking hate the Mets. God, I couldn't believe when I saw it. I said, Bichette to the Mets? Is this a nightmare?
I checked my calendar. I'm like, we in April already? Like it's April.
The trade deadline.
I'm like, John Heyman was like, second meeting, you motherfuckers. Like, listen, first off, after the first meeting, the deal's done. Like, this is what I laugh about. Like, I am in no
position.
position.
Like the Giants did it. You can't let them leave the building. Harbaugh was supposed to go to 2 other offers. They're like, hiring you right now. That's how you
I've done it in the travel ball where I'm not going to
sign them right there.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I've tied you down in the travel ball where I'm like, I need this guy. You know what I mean? I'm going to full court press us when I need him. He's a good player. Blah, 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 blah. We need him. This team needs him. It's the same concept. I'm in win now mode. I can't afford to wait another year on free agents. Right? I can't fucking afford it. Like, organizationally. And, like, it's now or never. It isn't even like windows closing. I mean, the window's shut. You just got to hope you can crack it through the course of the year. I mean, let's not be mistaken. Like, oh, it's still open. Fuck you, it's open. The shit's slammed shut. You just hope it cracks a little bit in the springtime for some fucking spring cleaning. I mean, God damn it. Don't sit here and fucking try to tell me anybody that the window's like still semi-fucking open right now. It ain't fucking open.
Cracked.
No, it can crack. It can crack open.
It might be
cracked. It can crack. No, you got to crack it open. It ain't fucking cracked right now. That should have been slammed shut this October. I am sure now not going to let time go by. And I'm going to forget over time.
It might
the
be
same
cracked.
Ending every year happens. Same fucking thing. Fuck you.
I mean, we had a chance to win every game in the playoffs. So we didn't, obviously, but we were right there against a team that fucking won it all.
Hey, run it back.
I'm not saying
right
run
there
it back,
again.
But I'm saying
you sound like
there's a
fucking,
crack.
You know what? Go buy your 81 game plan. You're so fucking sold on it.
All right. I wish I could. I wish I could.
Yeah, I hear you.
It would be great.
You probably would have got Bo. Hey, you would have came in with an early game plan in November. Probably would have got Bo. John would have been a little bit more open with the wallet. Fucking pussy. He's a pussy. He's a pussy. He's a pussy. He's a pussy. You know why Dave's a pussy? I don't care about 5 years from now, Dave. Everywhere you've been, you traded away the farm to win, and now here we're gonna hold on to it. Get the fuck out of here. And John Middleton, you're a goddamn liar. I wasn't gonna say quiet. You're a liar. You're a fraud. You're a phony. Don't tell me, oh, all the money he spent since he started. No. We've always been halfway in. We've never fucking fully dipped our whole body in the water. We've had a couple toes in. We never got to the dick shrinkage. We never got to like, oh, this is cold. We never got even halfway in.
Not to mention, you can't say that we are fully in when you can look across to the Dodgers and see what a team looks like when they're fully in.
100%.
I mean,
and that's what I'm saying. I would make every call
slightly different.
Like, just look at them. That's the definition of the modern day evil empire. Like, I'd be calling everybody and be saying, listen, let's join forces. We have to take it down. We have to take it down. We gotta shoot this.
I can't believe more guys are going there. Kyle Tucker, what a pussy.
Kyle Tucker's a pussy, yes.
We gotta shoot the Millennium Falcon. The Millennium Falcon is flying around. We gotta shoot the Millennium Falcon. We gotta shoot it down. Come help. Come
I'm
join
right
us.
with you. It's crazy.
Come join us.
Yeah, like everything that he spent was just the cost of doing business. Like that's the cost of doing business in the MLB right now. Like Harper's contract, cool, that was fun. Like, but you've only done one move. You want stupid money this offseason? Stupid money was Kyle Schwarber and Pete Alonso. Stupid money was Bo Bichette and JT Realmuto. Stupid money was all of them. It was Alonso, Bichette, Realmuto, like that's stupid money.
Stupid money to me is right what you're saying. Like, I didn't need you to bring back Schwarber and JT and then go sign Bo and Alonso. Like, okay, I get it. You know, there's only so many dollars to go around. But to your point is, you better have got one of the right-handed bats then. You better have gotten Alonso, who I didn't want, right? But I would have taken at this point now, looking back on it, I preferred Bichette over him because I wanted more to contact.
Sure.
I wanted more of that kind of hitter. Now you got me. Now what you do is you got me pinned in the corner. And when you got a guy that
baby in the corner,
the window's not cracked, it's closed. You got me pinned in the fucking corner.
Yeah.
Now I need Luis Ariz. I need fucking Harrison Bader. Now you got to do it by little moves. You understand? Now go get fucking creative because there ain't a guy on the roster that's batting over 300.
You know what happens when you get a rat in the corner? They'll chew through you.
I'm fucking chewing right now. But go give me a guy who has good at bats in Luis Ariz as a bench piece, whatever you want to do. Maybe even consider playing him at first. Listen, your outfield's so bad. I don't know how you're not considering Harper and Wright. Your outfield's so fucking bad.
I honestly think that might be the worst outfield.
Well, how is Luis Ariz like that? My next phone call. Like I don't get Bobuchet. I know it's a lefty. I understand the guy can hit anything.
I fucking despise Luis Ariz, and I'd take him.
Like, again, he's like good at bats. I'm not.
It's so funny.
I hate him,
but now you got to go a different direction. Is my point. I'm not saying any of these guys get us over the hump. That's not what I'm saying. But sometimes it's not always the big move that does it, right? So now you are in. I got to go get in creative mode. All right. How do I get more good hitters in this lineup? I got the pitching. I feel like I had the pitching to win. So how do I go get more guys who have good fucking at bats? Harrison Bader has good at bats. Luis Ariz has good at bats. There's just two names. I'm sure there's other guys that are on the list of free agents that have good ABs that I don't have Billy Bean's fucking
Rob Refsnyder.
What?
Just how about go get a guy that historically crushes lefties? We face a lot of lefties. Rob Refsnyder crushes lefties. Miguel Andujar crushes lefties. Bring a guy in that crushes lefties. They're out. You don't have to give them any much money.
I feel. Did you do 23 and me? I feel like you're related to Rob Refsnyder. You were all over him. You were
look
all
up Rob
over
Refsnyder against
lefties. I didn't say you were a liar.
He signed with the Mariners.
I never heard anybody. I never heard anybody go to the fucking wood for Robbie
out
like
there,
that.
though, Greg.
He was out there, yeah. And they chose Garcia over him.
Tonight.
I'm just saying we need a guy that hits. We need a righty that wears out lefties. Turner does, but we don't have another righty in our lineup that wears out lefties.
Yeah,
and we face a lot of them.
It's funny too. It's funny, Dombo.
You don't like Bohm flipping it over to second baseman's head. That doesn't do it for you.
I think the dude that was on Oakland that used to be a Yankee. That's Andujar, right?
Yeah, Miguel Andujar.
He crushes lefties. He can't be.
Yeah, but
expensive.
the problem is there's no spot for him now because they went Garcia.
I agree. I'm
like those corner outfield guys. That's what I'm saying. Those corner outfield guys. Bader still has a spot because you can platoon.
I think Andujar was I think Andujar is the second baseman.
He's third, I think.
Yeah, second, third.
Well, that's not Greg. That's not fully true on one reason. Is first of all, Otto Kemp. Again, he's hit his way to this level. I get it, but I'm not going to go get a guy that's proven and be like, oh, I got no room for him because Otto Kemp. I'm also not going to go get a guy.
Well, we might, but they do.
I don't give a fuck what they do. I know what you're saying. I can give two shits. What they've done isn't good enough. So what I need to do is step in like we did for Howie years ago. We need to step in here too, because you can't be like, well, Justin's our starting center fielder. Okay, and there's somebody better out there that's proven.
Yeah, we're still going to need to okay. Well, what happens that he hasn't proven it. I get it that he's got some potential, but he hasn't proven anything. We got to have a backup plan. There's got to be break in case of emergency plan. We got to have one of them.
And at the same time, we do got to figure it out, right? We do got to see, because all he did was hit last year, right? So you do got to, turn that page and bring him up. But a rookie, even in the 9-hole, let's just be real. Like, that's a lot to ask with an outfield already as putrid as it is, offensively.
A lot of people aren't sure how good defensively he is in center field, which I don't like to hear.
Yeah, not ideal.
So that's why another reason I bring Bader back, because we know that Bader can go get it. And at least he's a righty, so he's the opposite hand from him at least as well. In case he's not playing well, you can platoon. It makes too much sense to not go get Bader.
At this point.
At this point. Yeah.
It's funny too. Like
Andujar does play outfield.
He can play low outfield, right, Andujar?
Yeah, he plays outfield.
Play him wherever they want, I think.
He plays left. The Red side will play left, but he only had one. It's crazy. He only had one in 2018. He must have been on the juice. That was his only good year. Wild. 170 hits for the Yanks, 27 yackers, 92 ribs.
He's a platoon guy, right? He plays. I know that.
Yeah. That's what exactly. He's got his high after that was 321 at bats last year with two teams, A's and Reds.
I forgot that he went to the Reds.
It's funny though that like early in the offseason, Dombrowski took a shot at Bryce, right? That he's not elite. Well, Dave hasn't been elite since he's been here. He's not been creative. He's done nothing that's gotten us over the hump. at this point, tear up the farm system, trade them all at this point. Because I'm sick of watching the same team over and over again.
I mean,
I think we all are.
Painter for years. He hasn't even pitched. For years, they're like, well, they can't trade Painter. He's going to be a big piece. When?
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 Yeah, it's not a good week for Philly sports.
No, it was a fucking terrible week. And meanwhile, the Flyers look awful. The Sixers look awful.
This could be a good thing for the Flyers, though. I know we were all hot on them early, but it's like,
there's what's not good is they need another goalie.
Well, they do have a goalie issue
because Ersan's been terrible this year, and
now Vladar's hurt.
Vladar's hurt, and the other guy left 3 goals on 3 shots. The other day. Holy shit, that's not ideal.
But there was rumblings like, is it 1 year too early? Like, you still didn't get that impact guy in the draft. So, all right, maybe we started tanking at the right time to get us that top 5 pick. Yeah, but it's not been good.
I want to make the playoffs, Greg.
Playoffs.
The Sixers are bugging me too. Cleveland.
You can't lose back-to-back games at home.
I despise Donovan Mitchell so much that I hate losing to him.
Yeah, he's a crumb.
He'll never win anything. People try to tell me how good he is. Stinks.
Yeah, he's crumble.
Yeah, he's watch me shoot 37 shots in the playoffs and go 7 or 11 for 37
and wonder why we lose.
Yeah. They're like, oh, well, he had 34. Well, yeah, he took 37 shots. I hope he had 34.
Yeah, I think the Sixers probably in a little bit better spot right now than the Flyers, but
a lot better.
Yeah, for sure.
Back to back. Can't look back at home like that.
At home, yeah.
Especially a team that's underneath you in the standings. Not that really matters all that much in the moment, but you just can't. You get embarrassed the first one, fine. Game 2 Friday night, you come out, you're playing really good basketball, and you just find a way to lose it. Again, VJ's 4 for 5. I just thought just not enough plays ran for him. Not enough ways to getting the basketball in his hands. But they play tomorrow versus the Pacers, so we'll see.
For as much of a defensive, I feel like Joel used to be a very good defensive rim protector. He's just not anymore, which is upsetting. I like Bona a lot down there, but then you're going to have him in the game.
Yeah, he's definitely better than he was a month ago, but he's not.
I mean, what's it called? Not DeAndre. Who's the big guy for the Cavs? Big guy for the Cavs eating him up.
Jared Allen, or is it Evan Mobley?
Mobley eating him up this past week.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, Joe's going to be a shell of himself defensively, but if you would have watched him 3 weeks ago, he wasn't doing any of what he's doing now. So you just hope. You hope as
he a lot of the game Friday, so that's why I was able to watch a lot of it. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Obviously, his numbers are looking better, so he's obviously getting more time on the court. We need Joe to be good if we want to have a chance to do something in the playoffs. Obviously, I still think it goes through Maxey and VJ, but Joe has to be good, or else big guys are going to kill us.
Yeah, I think these 2 games were strictly, and again, Tyrese Maxey is my guy, so I'm just telling you for somebody to watch.
He struggled too this week.
Yeah, if we watch both of those games, I mean, when he doesn't go well, we're not going to go well. Rightfully so. He had off shooting nights both games. It didn't look like he had his usual legs. Mm-hmm. Big shot at the end there, right? Obviously, right when I brought it up that he wasn't having, a good game. But yeah, he just was having one of those games where I felt like he couldn't get open, having trouble getting around guys. Yeah, again, maybe there's a tough matchup for him. I don't know. And that's where I was sort of pissed. VJ 4 for 5. I know he's a rookie, but let's run some stuff for him. Let's find
maybe give him another shot. Yeah.
Yeah, let's times the games. Let's get Paul involved more. Right. Let's get VJ. This is why you have 4 guys like this who can sort of carry an offense on different nights. And I thought that was the one thing I noticed where I just felt like Tyrese was was forcing a little bit, which is okay because when they're going in, force away. It's just he didn't have a good week. It happens. He just didn't have a good week of basketball. And it's a new week now, and they got to go win some fucking basketball games and get back going here a little bit.
Yeah, agreed.
You guys want to do crumbs?
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's Ben Johnson.
Ooh.
Well, Karma's a motherfucking bitch. So, all those guys respect the handshake line. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to like Matt LaFleur at all.
Oh, he missed it?
For the LaFleur one?
Yeah, the way he did it, the way he shook it.
Oh, he took off, you mean?
Yeah, like it was
just a quick little
the hardball pump. The hardball pump, I call it.
and I like Ben Johnson, so I'm not taking shots. I'm just saying, like now you're going against his boy this week. Like know who you'd probably be playing the next time, which is LaFleur's boy, which is Sean McVay. All right, now you're gonna go play his boy.
I kind of like that all those guys don't like him though. Like
I do like that you don't like him.
I don't like Shanahan. I don't like that little boys club of Shanahan, McVay, LaFleur. Fucking.
No, I don't like LaFleur either. This isn't about liking him or not liking him. It's just about like karma gets you in sports,
No, but I did like his. I mean, I don't disagree with you, but I liked Ben Johnson's answer when he was like, "Fuck the Packers," and everyone's like, "Why'd you say that?" He's like, "Well, there's a rivalry, and I don't like them." Okay, I like that. I'm on board with that.
Yeah,
no, I love it.
Just turn the cameras off. That's where I'm at. We live in this day and age where everything's got to be filmed. You know what I mean? Like, in schools now, they go in the phones go in a little cubby hole. All right, they're not allowed in the classrooms anymore.
It's like the old school Brian Billick
with
the Ravens. Remember that when he's like, "Turn the cameras off, turn the cameras off," and then one guy kept it on but turned it down. And he's like, "Fuck the Titans."
I think it might have been AB, right? It was the most famous Steelers one. I don't know if it was AB.
It was AB.
As he was melting down or something. So, but I hear you, Tom. I mean, I love the passion, the piss and vinegar. He had a great year. But just hang out there for a second. You don't have to give the guy a hug. You don't have to send him a Christmas card. But there's no need to bolt out of there. You know what I mean?
The game will get you. That's all.
Kind of shocked that he didn't go for 2 today after that touchdown. I'm kind of shocked.
I'm just saying the game will always humble you.
At home, but it was in that time window, Wills, where I've told people, not that I know what I'm talking about. To me, if you're going to go for 2, it's the 15 seconds or less. If you're going to go for the win, because if you do it with
there was
2
like
minutes,
18, right?
You go, you do it with 1:40 with 2 minutes, you still can lose the game. So to me, that's pointless. But 18 seconds, if you wanted to fucking
they just knocked the air out of him with that crazy, crazy fourth down play.
Momentum.
I don't know. I felt like I would have went for 2.
And PATs aren't automatic anymore. Probably get roasted if you don't get it. But listen, I think they were obviously a year early than expected. So you're playing with house money. So I have to agree with you there, brother.
Yeah. Caleb Williams, hell of an arm, though. Unreal arm.
Yeah.
No, my real crumb, that's just partial. But the real one is the NFL. Not going to the booth yesterday reviewing the Brandon Cooks. Catch or no catch, whatever you think of it. I'm not here to argue this late at night. I just think it needs a bigger review than whatever they claimed happened on that.
Yeah, I would have liked to seen a full review. They just did the whole little they said it was no catch, right? Thing from said it was interception. They didn't do the whole full on review.
But right, isn't it on a turnover or a score that they automatically review it? So I don't understand did it have to be an expedited review?
Yeah, that's what they did. They did the expedited thing.
Yeah. Like in
it was such a huge part of the game.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's a playoff game. Just take your time. Whether you agree with it on either side. It's okay to take your time and look at it like it's a Bruder film. You know what I mean? We're that. Did he have his hand on the on the bush? Did he have his hand on the grassy knoll? I mean, take your time. Take your time with it. So I mean, I agree with you there. Whatever side you're on and whatever, it felt like it was a catch. I couldn't tell you what a catch is, So, I mean, I wouldn't want to be that guy. I think you need to fucking work for NASA or go to Harvard to, explain the catch in the NFL.
That might be the bigger issue, right?
Yeah, yeah. Let's dumb it down a little bit for us fucking jocks. You know what I mean? Like, he had it, his knee hit the ground. I don't. What else do you want? I understand you got to control it and stuff, right? But he's down. Once the guy, he's fighting for it. Yeah, the tie always goes to the offense, right? Is that what they say?
Yeah,
they do.
I don't know. So, I hear you there. So, but except for Seattle, there's been some exciting games, and then obviously today was Garbaggio beans with all the turnovers. Right? Like Greg said, man, the Texans just wasted a tremendous year from on the defensive side, but. Looks like we're going to see, love it or hate it, looks like we're going to see the Pats in another Super Bowl.
I can't fucking believe it.
7 years later. And it's crazy because, like, my buddy texts me and he's like, I can't believe this. I fucking hate it so much. And I said, I'm with you. I hear you 100%. I love Vrabel and I love May. And that's what's killing me because, but I said they can fucking lose. They can fuck off too. But I love those two guys. I do.
They could easily win, though. I'll tell you
that.
Yeah. They could definitely win it.
Yeah.
I just don't see how Jared Stidham is going to win this game for the Broncos.
Yeah.
I just can't see it. I just can't see it.
Yeah.
The only thing you can hope for is their defense turns them over like Texans did today, and he's just not CJ Stroud. Right? Hopefully he's been in the league long enough to know that he's not throwing the ball with seven guys draped over you.
Well, I would assume they're going to run it a ton.
Payne's going to have a good game plan, but
I would assume they're going to run it a ton.
They can't. I don't think they can win this game, but they're at home, and who the hell knows? But
It'll be a ball game.
Something freaky can happen. Of course, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'll take the 4.5. They're getting 4.5 at home, so I mean,
Seattle
I'll take the 4.5 at home.
It's going to be a battle.
Yeah, Seattle's really good.
I mean, I feel like that game, in my opinion, that quite possibly the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely. I feel like whoever wins that game should win the Super Bowl.
Yep. Which I have Rams. I channeled my inner Greg.
Yeah,
I channeled my inner Greg, and I got two future Rammies. So I channeled,
there you go.
Channeled my inner Greg. So we'll see. I'm sure that Seattle will win by 46 right now. So I'll be having the Seahawks at -1.5. And their money line.
Yeah. Mike Crumb's Adrian Autry. I'm done.
Oh.
Biggest Syracuse fan.
I forgot for a second who that was. So I'm like,
I'm done.
Here we go.
I'm done. He's got to be fired. We have way too much talent to be as bad as we are. We just lost in Boston College, who's terrible. I think they had lost 7 straight. They hadn't won an ACC game yet. Granted, they came back at the end, like we had the game, but you got closed out games. He runs no offense. If you look at Syracuse's roster, we have two guards that handle the ball that are upperclassmen. We have 2 wings that can shoot. We have a star player in Donnie Freeman, and we have a big man that can protect the paint and block shots. If you give that to Boeheim, we're a top 20 team. You give it to Autry, we're 12-6. He's got to be fired. He has to be fired immediately. I'd fire him tomorrow. I'm pissed. I'm fucking pissed. We got to bring in a good coach. I can't have Syracuse basketball going by the wayside. I'm going to lose my mind. Autry, fired. Gone. Get rid of him. So it's been a bad week for Philly, and it's bad for everything for me right now. And I want Autry gone. Gone.
Couldn't agree more.
That's not good.
No,
college basketball is a nice little refuge from the normal.
Yes.
The normal sports world, and when that's not going good, it's terrible.
Yeah, it's not going well, Greg. It's not going well.
Had LSU money line earlier in the week on the Kentucky, the reverse Christian Laettner Kentucky shot, in case anybody cares.
Yep. saw that one. I also had I had what's it called when SMU threw one in from half court this week as well. I had Virginia Tech that lost on a half quarter. That's always fun.
My book gets thicker and thicker. I mean, it's going to be a bestseller. You guys are going to love it. I'll be famous at 70. Things like an encyclopedia. Championship game tomorrow. Hoosiers today. Does Kurt finish the job, boys?
I think Miami's going to stay in the game. I don't know what that means. Like, I just think Indiana's been running roughshod over everybody. I think it's going to be a closer game. I still think Indiana's going to win, but like, I think Miami getting 8 or something like that, I think I would take the points.
Yeah, they've silenced people for months. You know what I mean? But this Indiana team is special, but Miami's really good on defense. And, Beck is a veteran, even though I don't like him.
Ugly as hell.
But I mean, if he turns the ball over, it could get ugly for sure. I hope it's a good game. But
I like Indiana. I like Kurt to finish off this 2-year unbelievable fairy tale.
Sure, it would be that. I hope it's close. I hope it's just not a roll job.
Yeah, I want a good game. There's been some bad games recently in the national championship game, so I'd like it to be a good game. And
I don't know if I have a read on it. Like, I hope there's this and I hope there's that, but like we've all seen Carson Beck be really bad. And if he doesn't turn the football over, then it could be a game, but who knows? Who knows what that means? I don't know. I don't really have
like
a read
their
on
defense.
it.
I think the defense will keep him in it. The problem is he's going to have to throw because Indiana stops the run against everyone. So they're not going to run on Indiana. So he's going to have to throw the ball.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But if Indiana wins this game, I think you got to say that Signetti's the best hire in the history of sports, honestly. Not even college football, of sports. Because to take a team
bottom of the Big Ten
that's legitimately never been good in college football ever, and in 2 years win a national championship is fucking mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Especially in today's national championship.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yep.
You got guys like that people think are good, like Lincoln Riley, who after this year, when they lost, he said, okay, in the 4th year now, we're ready to compete. How does that work, Lincoln? Because Curt Cignetti has gotten into the playoffs his first year, and now they're the favorite. They're more than a touchdown favorite to win the national championship at Indiana.
Yeah.
Not basketball.
No, seriously. What a bunch of JMU guys. I know he's got other guys too, but
a couple of these guys can really play. It's crazy.
Yeah. That's why I wasn't taking a shot at it. I mean, JMU's been good for a long time, even before Kirk got there. I think that's what shied away some of these guys in the interview process. Though I was reading, partly because he's not a great interview, because he's got serial killer vibes. That's reality. That's his personality. And it's like, fuck, do we hire this guy at 62? I mean, are the fans going to like him? Like, we know he won. But, at JMU, they were good even before he got there. Now, that's not a shot at him. I'm just saying he didn't, build them from scratch. I mean, you build Indiana from scratch. And
it
wasn't all studs either. He went and got the right guys.
Yeah.
What's crazy is that they have probably got 3 of the top 5 for next year. Like, they're going to be awesome next year too.
Yeah.
He's building a fucking juggernaut.
Yeah, it's not going to stop when you've been to 2 college football playoffs.
Absolutely.
You got big time booster money, and you're in the Big Ten, and you're in a national title.
No, absolutely. And
they got a big wideout, and they got the quarterback already.
And Indiana's a great sports state. It's it's been known obviously as a hoop state, but it's because guys leave. You know what I mean? There was no reason to stay home.
Yeah.
Now you're getting some of those, you're getting the country boys to stay home.
You get some of those big old offensive linemen.
You're getting the old uglies to stay home.
Yeah.
And then
you win your state.
You get to bring in the skill guys behind them. Absolutely.
A lot of things change when you win your own state.
Yep. And then you get a veteran transfer. Obviously we know about the quarterback position.
Well, something he's successful with too, right? I mean, that's obviously how he built the program was the portal, right? So,
Yep.
knowing you're already good there and you can win that way, and now you add recruits on top of that. Oh, baby.
Yeah.
Indiana football, enjoy it.
Absolutely.
Enjoy it. You're going to hope he's there till he's 82.
He might be the greatest hire in the history of hiring people. Like, not even sports.
Not
just the
even
history
sports.
of the world of people being hired. He might be the best hire ever. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, there's some great ones out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Yep.
It really is
There's
mind
one
blowing.
thing about there's one thing
It
about
makes me lose my mind about how Syracuse has been so bad for so long. Whoa, why can't we get a Kurt Signetti?
well, they interviewed him.
Oh my God, don't tell me that, Sweeps.
No, they did. I just read it today. So it was the year that Syracuse was Syracuse and two other ones.
Yeah, we hired Fran Brown, right? Yeah.
Yep.
That's great.
Holy
I
fuck.
didn't mean that.
I mean,
too.
listen, we have Fran's got
Tell
us
the program.
better, but Fran has gotten us better, but wow. Not great.
We just added to Wilson's drinking goal.
Didn't need that one. Already having a bad week. Didn't need that one.
Could have kept that one quiet.
You know the guy that you've been saying is the greatest hire ever? Yeah, Syracuse didn't hire him. Interviewed him. Didn't hire him.
Say why? Well, yeah, because he says why. While it's easy with the benefit of hindsight to say programs like BC, Michigan State, and Syracuse should have hired Signetti when they were doing their curtain searches. There are legitimate reasons why it didn't seem so clear at the time.
Yeah.
Pretty clear now.
Yep. Glasses are on now. 2020 now. Yeah. Guy got LASIK now. Sees everything. Unfucking real. Could have went to bed without knowing that.
He made it clear he doesn't want to coach in the NFL. So
I like what he said. He said, I made that decision a long time ago. I'm a college guy.
Yeah, love that. Absolutely love it. Yep. Some guys have to go there and fail for a year, and then they come back home with their.
Sometimes in 2 months.
Hey, Nick.
Yeah, that was saving,
2
right?
months later, they come back.
Yeah, you go back and become the greatest college coach of all fucking time.
Yeah. I could have went to bed
without
knowing that. So touche. I see. I got a fucking guy right back at me. Right back at me. Grab the ankles. Grab the ankles. Here we go.
I did like when he said a couple of years ago, like, if they would have listened to me and signed Drew Brees, I'd still be their coach. Like, okay, maybe he's not wrong.
Right. He's right. Wasn't it Dante Culpepper instead?
Yeah, great.
Yeah, good move. Hey, let's go get the guy without the best receiver ever.
Can't wait to go to sleep.
At 37.
Yeah, there you go.
Can't wait to go to do heroin.
Is Randy coming with him? That's what I want to ask. Is Randy coming too?
Can we end the show?
Sweeps and Wills are going to be on the both end of the string.
You guys can run motion with McDaniel up in
yes. Yep, I'm gonna go out back, jump in my pool cover.
I will say though, Mendoza's been so good. The Raiders got to love that. I mean, obviously he's going to be number one pick. I think he's like minus 4,000 now that Dante Moore said he's going back.
Oh, Dante Moore's smart. Is
Dante
it a
Moore
hot
said,
take?
I don't want to be a Jet, which is crazy. I love that though. How bad is the Jets when college guys are like, yeah, I'm going to stay in school.
Yeah. Well, he's going to make more money.
Well, yeah, they make a ton of money.
Yeah.
It's a common sense thing. Like, I would just stay. You get insurance policies out on yourself. Stick around.
Especially if the Jets are picking too.
Yeah.
And if the Jets are picking, I'm absolutely staying.
Well, that's a great agent, right? That's a great agent. Call the Raiders. Yo, where are you going? Am I in your top two? No? All right. Go back. Especially in Oregon, right? He didn't have a good last game. So he might feel like they needs that. Not that, the Jets would take him, but I'm saying, like, obviously now you're coming out, you're number one pick next year.
He needs it. He goes to have a good year next year. He's number one pick of the draft. Yep.
Maybe to the Jets again.
I mean, I think Mendoza right now has like 8 TDs and 5 incomplete passes in the playoffs. So he's doing okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's a Tom Brady can't salivating at the mouth. Can't wait to draft him.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
The character, it all fits.
And
it might be a hot take, but I don't know that he's that good of an NFL quarterback.
Well, he's got a big arm. He's big, and he seems smart. So I would think that
he seems like somebody.
I'm just saying he doesn't do anything elite.
Yeah,
he's not an elite athlete.
no,
I'll give you
He
that.
doesn't do anything elite. He might be good, but I'm not. But number one pick, you want the guy, and I don't know that that's the guy.
Yeah, I don't know if he changed.
You can tell me on that.
Right,
You can tell
exactly. And especially at the Raiders,
He's got
because
God.
of
Yeah,
how
he's
bad
got-
they are
me.
around
He's
him.
got God on his side, but I hear you. You know, for his talent wise, yeah, stuff.
You know, you go with him to like the Giants, who have a semblance of a team. Maybe it's a little better. And I'm not saying the Giants are in a looking for a quarterback. I'm just using that as a better example in the top 5 than the Raiders, who are a disaster on the offensive
I don't hate
side.
the Raiders, though. I don't like the Raiders personally, but I'm saying I don't hate the Raiders roster if they get some linemen with them, because they need a quarterback, obviously. I like Brock Bowers. I think that Genty's not bad. I think he'll be good, like better moving forward than he was this year. They obviously need a receiver since they traded away Jacoby Myers, but I feel like small tweaks and they're not terrible, is what I mean.
Look, I think he does
Bowers a
everything at a good enough level, right? So I think that's what matters. And if you win at the rate he's won at. I think that's what a franchise that stinks is looking for.
Yeah.
If
you open up your
the
checkbook,
Raiders-
if you open up your checkbook, you can get better, because at one you take him, at the beginning of the second you get a receiver, and then you sign a couple big uglies in free agency, right? All of a sudden things get a little better on that side.
And you would think,
You think.
being in Vegas, people would want to come there. You would think. I mean, obviously you can't be a dumpster fire, but if you're running like a semblance of a program, people are like, okay, yeah, I can go to Vegas.
Yeah, for sure.
Real quick, my crumb is outside of the sports world. It is whoever that idiot that created the auto start or auto stop on your cars. That when you're at a red light and the car shuts off and stops.
Yeah,
whoever
eco.
that is.
It's an eco thing. Yeah. Garbage.
And the fact that you can't permanently turn it off in cars now, like every time I get in, you got to hit the button. Like I can't just. There's no setting for me to, in at least my car. There's no setting for me to turn it off entirely. Like, go kill yourself. Like, who thought that was a good idea? It's stupid.
So
Are you trying to drag race people at red lights? What do you like?
Yeah,
No, I just hate that. Like, it feels like it's not good for the engine, right?
Okay,
I'm not an
I
engine
got you.
guy, but it feels like the more times it turns over, it's
You're
not
like an
good.
onion. You're like a giant onion that we love, and I'm just trying to peel you back here. I'm trying to wonder
trying to get through
what
the
your
layers
end game
here.
is. I'm wondering
Yes.
what your end game is.
Well, yeah, the other side of it too is it
Trying to get off
happens.
the line here.
It happens one time, but then the next line it doesn't happen, and I'm like, when is it happening? I feel like my twitch is a little quicker than the engine starting up.
I'm sure that's the issue.
Quick twitch.
Quick
Quick
twitch.
twitch.
Quick
Because I scream quick twitch.
People think
You made a great Uber. We made a great Uber driver.
People think they see waffles. They say,
I got to my Uber customers
Yeah,
so
quick.
quick.
Yeah.
He's like I was slow getting to Chick-fil-A yesterday because the engine kept shutting off at the fucking red lights.
This is true. I was.
Couldn't get the chicken minis. I missed breakfast by 3 minutes.
It's because they filled up your tank with fucking sauces. Fucking thing backfired on you.
They knew you
Son of
were
a bitch. I knew that was the reason.
Oh shit! Fucking
But
drug.
I mean, I hear you. Besides the fact that you want to drag race, I mean, it does seem pointless. I mean, it says Christine has it in her truck, and it says like ECO.
Yeah, eco pops up. Yeah, I
Yeah,
had that. My old car had it.
Fuck you. I give it the old fuck you.
I don't care about the ego, right? Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Me too. I haven't paid as much attention to it, obviously, as the drag racer has.
I'm shocked that you guys aren't annoyed with it as well.
No, I
right?
just never thought the
It
crumb.
shocks
you know
me.
what I mean?
Yeah, well, yeah, it's never hindered my red light or my.
Yeah, I didn't have quick enough.
The minute it does, I'm fucking calling you up. I'm with you.
Yeah, I mean, you guys aren't quick twitch like me.
Once I'll jump in, Team Greg's boat, but I haven't found it as annoying yet.
I made a lot of posts about being a great driver. What I didn't know is who was to the left of me on the screen here.
Yeah, you gotta be quick
You
twitch.
realized you were lacking quick twitch. Yeah.
All about pole position, baby. Pole position, Greg.
Ride
Yeah, get that whole
inside
shot.
I'll ride that inside next. Well, listen, great show, boys.
Yes, sir.
See everybody next week. Hopefully, we have an offensive coordinator. We can talk about it a little bit. Hopefully, Sixers and Flyers are playing a little bit better. We'll know who's going to the Super Bowl this time next Sunday. So we'll be here for you. So on your way out, hit the like, subscribe, follow, turn your notifications on.
2 hours. Boys are back. 2 hours.
Right on
the fucking button, too.
Fucking animals.
Look at
Animals.
this.
Right on it. So we'll see you guys all next Sunday
Look
night.
at these guys, like we know what we're doing.
Go Birds. Hire somebody. We're out.